A construction worker named James was eating at an open-door restaurant during a lunch break when he noticed his colleague Caleb sitting alone at another table. His food was untouched. He was crying. James picked up his tray and walked over, sat beside him. Caleb looked up and wiped his face quickly. "I'm fine," James said. "You're not fine. Talk to me." Caleb was quiet for a long moment, then said, "My daughter needs heart surgery. The doctors say if we don't do it in the next 3 weeks." He stopped. Couldn't finish. James looked at him. "How much?" Caleb shook his head. "James, don't," James said. "How much, Caleb?" Caleb told him. James sat there quietly, finished his food, then said, "Come find me after the shift." After work, James met Caleb at the site gate and put an envelope in his hand. Caleb opened it. His face collapsed completely. "James, this is your savings," James said. "My daughter is grown. Yours needs this more right now," Caleb said. "I can't take this," James said. "You're not taking it. I'm giving it." Caleb stood at that gate and wept like a man who had been holding everything in for weeks. James put his hand on his shoulder and said, "God will take care of the rest. Go save your daughter." The surgery happened. It worked. Caleb's daughter came home healthy. 6 months later, the construction company announced downsizing. Half the workforce was being let go. James was on the list. Caleb was not. James cleared his things without complaining, shook Caleb's hand on his last day and said, "God has something else for me. Don't worry about it." Caleb watched him walk out of those gates and felt something heavy sit in his chest. A year passed. Through hard work and what he could only describe as God's grace, Caleb was promoted, then promoted again, then appointed head of the entire construction company. He never forgot James. One evening, he walked into a restaurant for a work dinner. A waiter came to his table. Caleb looked up. It was James. James froze when he saw him. James said, "Caleb." Caleb said, "James, sit down." James said, "I'm working." Caleb said, "Sit down, James." James sat. Caleb looked at him for a long moment, then said, "You gave me your savings when my daughter was dying. You walked out of that company without one word of complaint. You never asked me for anything." James said nothing. Caleb said, "My company needs a site manager. The position comes with a salary, a car, benefits." He paused. "I already put your name forward. I just needed to find you first." James stared at him. Caleb said, "You told me God would take care of the rest. Remember?" James looked at the table. His jaw was tight. Caleb said quietly, "He did, James. He always does." James looked up. His eyes were full. Caleb reached across the table and held his hand for a moment, then said, "One good turn deserves another. You taught me that." James reported to the company the following Monday. New role, new car, new chapter. On his first day, he sat in his office and said to himself, "God sees every sacrifice you make for someone else. He never forgets, and he always finds a way to give it back." Comment "God is good" if you agree.